Sincerely yours, Nadia.
Hey guys, make sure you subscribe to the platform. Be sure to hit that notification bell so you are in the know when I upload a video. Also, I want to hear from you, so drop down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this video. Okay guys, so in my travels recently, almost a year ago, I went to the beautiful island of Grenada, and this isn't my first go round with Grenada, but I've never been to Annandale Falls, which is a tiny falls, a beautiful tropical, very heavily gardened area, but it was so impactful this time. I got to meet some really cool people, some beautiful indigenous people to the island. Also, shout out to David, our tour guide. He was able to take me down a little unbeaten path, where women were gardening. And the women gifted me a beautiful bag of what looked like pecans. But it wasn't pecans at all. It was actually nutmeg. I've never seen nutmeg before as far as growing on a tree. And they cracked it open, and it was a shell, and the inner shell had a membrane over it, which was orangey, reddish, just beautiful and exotic looking. And they explained that that was called mace. I've never seen that before, and they said they actually take that membrane off before they shave down nutmeg, and they use that for things like curing inflammation, blotches on skin, rheumatoidal issues, digestive issues. It was just a very loaded, impactful day with just information overload. Okay, I loved it. I learned so much about this. I was like, I thought nutmeg was just nutmeg, but no. Look at that color, you guys. It was absolutely amazing to learn about. Shout out to those ladies. I'm sorry I can't remember their names, but they will forever be in my heart. They taught me so much, and they gave me a bag full of mace. So I want to get started. Because y'all know, honey, when I hit these islands or I travel, I love to take something back with me that I can turn into soap. So I hope you like this video. Remember to like, share, subscribe. I mean, child, I was fascinated, okay? Have you ever seen anything like this? I mean, the tree grows. It's just so beautiful, but it has to be grown in weather of 75 degrees Fahrenheit to 95. That's super hot. Oh, I'm telling you, just beautiful. And the mace smells amazing. So when the ladies gave me this nut, the membrane wasn't dry. It was wet, but it was wrapped around like so. And it was a brighter color, like a beautiful fire red. It was absolutely beautiful. It smells like cinnamon almost. And here's the shells. Here's the actual nutmeg before you crack it open. I tried to squeeze it, but I didn't have a tool next to me to show you guys, but it's super hard and you catch the drift. Okay, so we have to pulse this down into like a nice granule form. And I'm trying to figure out here how are we going to do that. I don't want it to be exactly like powder, so I'm not going to use my blender. But I decided to go ahead and add this into my shea butter super fat part of my soap. And I'll just use my stick blender just to see if I can get this to not a powder form, but pulse it down into like granules, kind of like on the fine side of granules, if you catch what I'm saying. And this is working out really good. I kind of like it this way. I'm able to control, you know, how much it's pulsing. I don't want to put it into my blender. I have blenders that will pulse this down into like super fine powder, and I don't want that. I want you to be able to see it through the soap. So yeah, so let's just keep working at it and see what we get. And we're gonna throw this in our soap at the last minute. You know how I like to super fat once I get to a trace, and that's when I'm gonna throw it in. So hang tight. See that? That's perfect. I want you to be able to see it through the soap without it actually coloring the soap. Okay, so you guys know I'm extra. So here I decided to add some silk fibers, natural silk fibers, unbleached, and on the left is what it looks like before I separate those fibers. On the right is when I actually do go in and manually just separate. A little goes a long way. It makes my soap bar super silky, and it leaves a nice smooth feeling to the skin. It's so soft on the skin. I love it. So we're going to break this down. I'm going to go and add this into my lye solution here, as you can see. And honey, it's going to get hot. It's going to get hot. So this concludes our part 1. I hope to see you in part 2. And let's start making this Mace soap. Look at that, 150. Ooh, that's hot.
Sincerely yours.